Something that has been nudging at me for some time is to make a video about the law of attraction being for real or being demonic. Is the law of attraction really demonic? For that, I had to ask a lot of questions to God, my higher self, and all the other spiritual energies that I'm working with. And the answer that I got was yes and no. In today's video, I really want to give away some revealing secrets about law of attraction, things that we should know and how to use the law of attraction, and misconceptions about law of attraction. As many of you know, very famous author Doreen Virtue has come out lately saying that law of attraction is demonic. A lot of people from the Christian community are coming out saying that law of attraction is demonic. Yet when I ask God if law of attraction is truly demonic, that is not the answer that I get. Also, as a practitioner of law of attraction and a, medium, prophet, understanding the science of God, because God has a science. I found God through science. I already know that doesn't quite feel right. And so here are going to be some spilling secrets about law of attraction and what is truly going on and how can we really practice law of attraction in order to better our lives and not make it demonic. Okay, stay tuned. Hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome back to paradise with me. Today's video is going to be more revealing than, never mind, I don't know. Most of the videos now that I'm going to be making are going to be about revelations. As a prophet and a medium, I'm being called to talk about these things and clear some things. For those of you that are new, my name is Iris, and I am a psychic medium and a prophet who actually specializes in helping people break away from their ancestral trauma by helping them understand or helping you understand why it is that you keep falling back into the same pattern, or how you can break away from a pattern from either, it could be a physical pattern, whether it is a disease, or it's usually a mental emotional pattern that we are all stuck in. We are actually all in chains, and we don't realize that we are in chains. This is why we cannot succeed. Yes, we can blame it in the government all day, every day. Yes, the government does make it difficult for us to have opportunities, but the reality is that it's really us. It's the ancestral trauma that we carry in the back of our minds, whether it is through sexual trauma, whether it is through lack of self-worth, poverty issues. These are the invisible chains that keep us small. As I began to wake up more and more this year, I woke up into what is called fifth dimensional consciousness, where I just realized where my soul truly comes from. And fifth dimensional consciousness is the Christ consciousness. So I just began to connect with these amazing ascended masters. Right now, I am mostly working with Jesus Christ, but he's not the only person that I work with. I've worked with lately ISIS and a few other entities that have come my way, and I'm being pushed more than ever, especially as a prophet, something that I didn't know, but like now I'm understanding that as a prophet we see the truth and we see the lies in people. I also see the crime in people, and let me tell you, it's astounding. It's astounding. It's a whole other world of darkness that I had no idea that existed. It's like God this whole time kept me in this cute little bubble of light, trying to help my self-esteem, trying to help myself. And then once I was able to access this huge higher state of love, where I broke away from harsh judgment from people, all of a sudden I started seeing the darkness in people. How ironic is that, right? And I'm being called more than ever to reveal secrets. And one of the secrets that I will reveal, and one of the things that I want to talk about, especially in this video, is how demonic is truly law of attraction. Oh lordy, Lord. So law of attraction is only demonic because the practitioners and the people that are teaching law of attraction are lying about what they're doing. And law of attraction itself, it's absurd. It's completely not demonic. Law of attraction is basically the science and the physics of this universe and the physics of God. So it's the law of mirroring. Whatever you're mirroring, whatever you're thinking too much in the back of your mind, because it's not really the front of your mind, it's the back of your mind where all of our fears and traumas lie that we don't dare to explore. Whatever you are suppressing, that is going to be mirrored out into your existence. So if you are the type of person that you have a lot of anger, but you don't know that you have anger, which is a lot of people, even including myself at one point, you're going to attract relationships that are going to show you anger. And then you're going to feel like a victim into why it is that this person treats me so bad. Why does this person it treats me bad, or my boss treats me like crap, my boyfriend, my husband treats me like crap. And the truth is that many of us have repressed anger that we're not healthy, we're not releasing in a healthy way. Therefore, the universe pairs us with someone that is going to release that anger from us, or is going to bring out or mirror back that anger. And that's how law of attraction works. It does not discriminate into, what status you are, what color you are, how much money you have. Where it turns demonic is because a lot of practitioners are claiming that all you have to do is think good thoughts and all of a sudden you can manifest a bunch of money. A lot of it starts with money, or they get you with love. And they put a lot of things that are like, oh my God, just think happy thoughts and you can manifest all the prosperity that you want, and imagine a world where you can just totally like manifest your reality and everything is going to be okay. And so this is where it turns demonic, because it's not as easy as it sounds, and it's not as direct as it sounds. There is a lot of work that goes into achieving and changing your subconscious mind, and that work is healing the mind, is healing your thoughts, understanding your emotions. And this is the work that a lot of coaches are not doing. Another thing is that most coaches won't do the work. A lot of coaches fall under this image that it's the pressure from being a coach, but it's the image of I have it all and I'm perfect and I'm happy all the time. And they're like giddy and go lucky and all these things, and that is not really the truth of who they are. Especially coaches that teach about money and the energy of abundance. Guys, we have ancestral trauma that we need to heal from, which means that we need to dive into whatever discomfort that we have emotionally, physically, in the back of our minds. And we have to kind of be curious and understand why it is that I keep repeating these patterns. And that is how you begin to heal the mind and begin to change the frequency of the bad luck that you're attracting when it comes to love or when it comes to money. But most coaches don't teach these things because even they themselves are not doing these things. A lot of coaches talk about I'm a coach myself, so I'm thinking about it in those terms, but I will shift as well. A lot of coaches are, they just portray this image that they're perfect, that they have a ton of money, and everything's gonna be okay if you do a lot of tapping and if you do a lot of like mind shifting things. Also, they portray an image that they have a lot of money when it's really their husband that is making all the money. I see this way too many times now because I'm being revealed these truths. A lot of women are teaching law of attraction and they're not really quite making their own money. Or they pretend that their life is so perfect when it's not. And none of our lives are perfect. And the thing is that we don't go out and we don't talk about what's really happening, and we're not honest enough to really open up to our audience and really talk about what's happening. But the truth is that it's all about like high vibration this and elevate your vibration. It's like, no, it's healing. It's diving into the pain, diving into the discomfort of what's really happening and why you keep thinking these things or why these things keep happening to you. So it's all about an image. Like there's this exercise that is called 55 by 5, something like that, where you just write out your wish or what it is that you want to attract, and you write it like 55 times for 5 days. And that's really great and all, and I've done those things and I think it was amazing, but the way that they're teaching it, I don't think is that quite accurate, because what they're teaching and what they're saying is that you just write out these things and in 5 days you're gonna manifest the money. In 5 days you're gonna have a big thing happen to you, and that is not what I have found. In my practice as a law of attraction coach, and also as a hypnotherapist, because I started with hypnotherapy, doing past life regression, and understanding that the more I healed people's minds, the more they began to manifest the job that they wanted. They began to manifest the beautiful things that they wanted. What I have found by doing the 55 by 5 practice, which is one of the many law of attraction practices, is not that I got my money and it's not that I got my job opportunity right away. What it did is that it unlocked my mind to a certain trauma that I had, a certain false belief that I was carrying, and then I had to do forgiveness on that false belief. And that is something that I don't see a lot of coaches teaching. So what happens is that people watch these videos about keeping your vibration high, about meditation, about law of attraction, and people innocently go ahead and begin to do these practices, or begin to I remember watching this girl talk about how she just went out shopping and she spent like 10 grand in shopping, and she said, oh, it's okay because I'm gonna make the money back anyway, and through the law of attraction I'm gonna attract that money. And what ended up happening is that she got herself into some serious money issues, and that is not law of attraction's fault. Okay, that is the person's responsibility for following something. And also, we have our own inner guidance system. We have our own hearts and minds and instincts that tell us, hey, this is not really right. It's not just because you think these happy thoughts doesn't mean that you can go ahead and spend a whole bunch of money. Okay, so a lot of people are doing that, and this is where it turns demonic, because you are pushed to do something that is not quite honest. And this is the part where law of attraction can actually thrive. You see, law of attraction thrives on truth, just like God thrives on truth. Now that I have awakened into fifth dimensional Christ consciousness, now I'm actually trans-channeling, and I'm trans-channeling amazing beings such as Jesus Christ and other entities. And I wouldn't be able to do that if I wasn't living my personal truth, because God lives in truth, once again, and so does law of attraction. If you are brutally honest with yourself about how you feel about learning, what are the limiting beliefs, which, by the way, I made a video about what are limiting beliefs. I highly suggest you watch that, because we talk about it all the time, but I don't think people really understand what limiting beliefs are. And when you begin to do law of attraction, you have to be truthful in each step of the way, or else you're not going to manifest what you need. And another thing is that it's not always done according to the timing that you want it. And that is physics, because the timing that you want it is your ego's time. It's not God's time. It's not universal time. Because again, we have all these limiting beliefs, and we have all this ancestral trauma that needs to come out, needs to be healed. And so for me, in my case, and in the case of a lot of my clients that have been able to follow the law of attraction truthfully, we have been able to manifest beautiful things into our lives because we choose to be truthful with ourselves. We live in a world that is full of lies, guys. We live in a world that is actually, like, I feel like I've mentioned before, I feel like I've been living in a bubble of truth, in a bubble of light, because now I can see the crime, and I can see the truth in people, and I can see the lies in people, and it's astounding. It's really astounding how much people lie, and a lot of times we lie to ourselves without even realizing. So I think this is the biggest pointer if you're wanting to do the law of attraction the right way, is you can't lie. You can't lie to yourself. So here's another example. Here's an amazing example of how the law of attraction can be demonic. And it happened to me. And I still know that it was a test. So when I first began activating myself, and I didn't know I was necessarily activating myself, I just know that I was asking the universe for more. I was like, God, I'm ready to receive more. I began to dream of my soulmate. And then all of a sudden I would meet my soulmate in person, the person that I dreamt about, and I was like, oh my God, this is my soulmate. And yeah, I see this so much in people. And most people would be like, I found my soulmate, this is my girlfriend, this is my boyfriend, we are so meant to be. And then people get married, or people last a really long time. But there's a but, because in my case, I met these people, and this happened to me like 4 times, guys. I met these people and I knew something was off. It was just off. Because you see, law of attraction wants to give you the exact mirror of what you are wanting. And I knew that these manifestations of love were off because it wasn't the exact mirror of what I was wanting. It was almost the exact mirror of what I was wanting. So I'll give an example. I guess I work good with my hands, right? So you're wanting something that has 5 fingers and it looks like this. And this is where healing needs to come in place, because sometimes we want love so bad. Many times it's not just love. Sometimes we want the money so bad, or the prestige. I see this so much, that the job offer comes and it looks like this. It looks like this. It doesn't look like this. It's not the exact mirror. Something is off. Something is off. Like, he's a beautiful person, he's a wonderful guy, but there's something off there. Like, the job offer looks amazing, but I have to do something that is going against my principles and my ethics, right? That's how we know that it's a test. And that's how we know that that is not the right manifestation. And those are now demons that are, or negative energies. You know, demon is a very strong word. But yeah, that is the truth, because I did ask God about those things. Those are demons that are testing you. And also your guides test you. My guides test me still all the time. They tell me something that is not quite true, but they're testing my emotions and they're testing my reaction. And my test is to stay calm. My test is to not blurt out, hey, that's not true, or hey, that person is so and so. I have to be like, oh, I heard that. Okay, I'll just make a note of it, because I'm looking into the mirror, I'm looking into what I'm seeing, and it doesn't quite seem like it's true from what I'm hearing. So then I just step back and I just observe. This is why it's so important to become the observer of your life and not judge. Judging means don't have strong opinions of something. Don't go into a conclusion right away. And so I remember this happened to me about 4 times. I was already getting tired of like dreaming of my soulmate and meeting the guy. I was literally meeting these very good looking men, by the way, which is also, oh my God, it's just a distraction. These are all distractions. But the more I said no to those manifestations, the quicker I started ascending, and I started realizing the truth within myself and the truth within the universe. Oh my God, guys, I can talk so much about that. And because I kept saying no, it's so cool, because I kept saying no to these offers. It wasn't just about love offers, it was also opportunity offers, job opportunity offers, things like that. You know, you have to always go back to your heart, because your heart is the one that knows the truth. The more I said no to these offers, the more these people fell apart and more amazing things would happen to me. More revelations for me, more, I would heal certain parts of myself, because I was just truthful with who I am and what I want for my life. And what I wanted for my life didn't quite reflect the manifestation that I wanted. And this is why law of attraction is not quite demonic, but it will test you. And another thing, it doesn't test you in a bad way. It actually wants to help you ascend. You see, you are living in this planetary experience called Earth. This is not just a playground. This is a school. This is for you to learn to activate yourself and understand that you have God consciousness all along. But there are always going to be these negative energies. They could be human and they could be non-human. It's all the same, honestly. It's one big soup. And they will try to distract you. Just like social media is a distraction. Just like drugs are a distraction. And just like being in bad relationships are a distraction. These energies are trying to distract you, and they're trying to make you believe that yeah, that's your manifestation, and it's not. And it only takes honesty, self-honesty, to know that it's not. But what happens is that because we haven't healed and we have our scarcity mindset, we just want something to be true so bad that we go for that we go for that wrong guy, that we go for that wrong relationships. I know way too many people that are in marriages that they shouldn't be in. I know way too many people, and coaches that they're in marriages that they shouldn't be in. I know coaches that they claim to be #1 authors, and then when I go into the website, it's an ebook. Why are you calling yourself a #1 author when you have an ebook, and the ebook is 16 to 76 pages long, and you don't even promote your ebook? Just like I know amazing coaches that promote their books. Why? Because there is no shame in that, right? Because the person is probably promoting it from the heart. They really wrote that. And for Doreen Virtue, I'm gonna spill the beans onto what I see for Doreen Virtue. What I saw for Doreen Virtue is that, and this is not just Doreen. This is not just Doreen. She even admitted it in a soft way. She admitted in an interview. She woke up into, finding Christ and finding Jesus, and now she's, she denounced everything. And one of the things that she talked about was, guys, those were demons that were making me do all this. Those were demons that, they passed themselves as, God and my spirit guide and even Jesus, and they made me do all that. But here's the thing about demons. They will make you lie. They will make you, lie. So what I saw for Doreen Virtue is that she didn't write those books, and that's why she denounced them. She had ghostwriters writing those books. And there are people that do that. There's many people that do that. Just like there are people that call themselves to be, XYZ bestseller when they're not. That's deceit, guys. That's deceit. And no wonder she had to denounce all those books, because those books were based off deceit. I'm not saying that Doreen Virtue doesn't have powers, because also when you deal with demons, when you deal with entities, or when you deal with ideas, let me put it in human terms, when you deal with ideas that tell you do this and do that, and they tell you to do little deceitful things, little lies on things, that is not God anymore. And that's also what God has told me. That's I'm not there, because God doesn't want you to lie. God lives in the truth. So when you deal with these energies, they also give you powers. They also make you, powerful in your own way. So of course you're gonna keep going with the lie. But that is when it's demonic. That is demonic, because you're carrying a lie. And I remember watching an interview with Doreen, and she was interviewing a girl, a very young girl, and they both admitted to themselves that they were lying. That they were like, oh yeah, that was just me passing off as that, and that was just me like just making that up, so I can feel better about myself. And they both kind of laughed about it, and I'm just like, I didn't finish watching the entire interview, but I was like, these people just admitted that they were lying about the things that they would say. So you know, these are the things that I'm seeing, and I feel like I need it. I really, I mean, not just me, but like I'm being called forth to talk about these things. And I'm nobody special. I'm just a girl. Honestly, I think the one thing that I had going on for myself is that I kept my innocence, because very, very early on in my life, I'm talking about very, very early on, I realized that lying is a horrible thing. And it really sat so heavy in my heart. I remember hurting somebody that I loved so dearly because of my lies and because of my own trauma, that I vowed to myself that I'm never gonna do that again. And I took back my own innocence. And since then, I've been healing and healing, and then now helping others heal. And everything that I do is based on my truth. Everything that I do is based on truth. You know, I'm not perfect, but all the videos that I have ever made in Law of Attraction are based on things that I have truly manifested. And I have manifested even more things that I haven't even made videos of, because I didn't feel comfortable making them for XYZ reason. I need to make sure that whatever content I have put out is based on truth. And I'm not paying anybody, you know, to up my numbers in subscribers, like many coaches do. I'm not paying anybody to up my numbers in Instagram or anything like that, like many coaches do. I don't want to do that, because I remember through Abraham Hicks, I remember hearing her and saying, you won't have to do that when you live in truth. It will just happen naturally. And I'm still, you know, I'm still walking that path, and I want that to happen naturally, or at least in a way that feels truthful to me. And this is my story, and this is my truth, and the truth that was revealed to me, and the truth that I've been pushed to reveal. And I will continue to reveal more truths. I will continue to make more videos about this. But to summarize, Law of Attraction is not demonic. It's only demonic when it's based off lies. It's only demonic when you're doing deceitful things like upping your numbers, lying about how much money you're making, and making yourself look really good in front of other people so you can sell to them. The number of coaches that are doing this is staggering. So yeah, there is a lot of deceit in that, and that's what makes it demonic. But the Law of Attraction itself, if you use it with honesty, is supposed to help you elevate and ascend, just like it helped elevate, ascend, and ascend in my life, and in many of the people that I have helped in their lives. Okay, guys? And I'm gonna leave it like this. I hope you like this video. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments, what are your thoughts about Law of Attraction? What has happened to you? What are your stories of Law of Attraction, whether it's success or failures? And I'll catch you guys next time. You know where to find me. I love you all, and mwah. Bye. Chloe, no. It's okay. No, she won't eat it.